What is up, guys? Me, Gang, you're back on the podcast channel, and today we're doing MLB Logos ranked here in the great app known as Tiermaker. So simply to start off, the S is going to be, you know how these go. The S meaning it's the best one, and D meaning it's the worst one. And all these in between are, you know, this one could be good, but this one could be great. D could be really bad, and this one should be bad. And then B is just mid. So that's the whole criteria for that, and it doesn't look like these logos go in any alphabetical order. So, okay, yeah, so let's start off with the A's. Not the A's. Okay, yeah, so let's start off with the Angels logo. Yes, it is the Angels. I can tell. So this one's kind of interesting because it's like, I'll put it in mid because the A, yeah, you know, it's an A. But I don't know. It's like, I think if they had simplified this logo just a little bit more, and don't get me wrong, I like the ring around the A. I think it's a, you know, interesting touch that they have on the logo, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in mid because like I don't know. Some of these other logos that are coming up on the list, it's like compared to like this logo, it just feels very like maybe overdone would be the word to say. Yeah, I'll go with that. Alright, Houston Astros. This team has won a lot of World Series as of late, 2 in fact. So, two in like the 21st century is a lot, man. I mean, I can't imagine what it was like with the Yankees winning it like every year in like the 1940s, you know, or even with Babe Ruth when they had him back a long time ago. So the A's logo, yeah, where we put this one? I'm gonna actually put it in A, even though like I'm kind of sick of the Astros winning like every year. They're kind of like the Chiefs a little bit, if you know. The Chiefs basically go to like every AFC championship game. And the Astros are pretty much the same with the ALCS. So, you know, I'm kind of sick of that logo. But I think it's clean. You know, you got the H right in the middle with the orange star in there. And I'm pretty sure that they don't have this like outside emblem. Like with the hat. Like with the hats, I don't think they use the outside emblem here. But even with it, you know, I think it's pretty clean. And I'm probably going to have to say that the A's logo is in the same like range too with that outside emblem, and the A's are in an interesting situation because it's like, well, are they going to be in Oakland in 5 years? You know, are they going to be in Las Vegas? I'm assuming that they're going to be in Las Vegas by 2028. But you know, if that stadium doesn't get, you know, completed by then that's when it all is just a toss up. But I think that the A's colors, especially for the logo, is fantastic. You know, that like dark green with that yellow. It's a great mix. It's really, yeah, nothing more to say. Then it's just A. It's good. Alright, Blue Jays logo. This one's going in A too. Not because I'm partial to like, you know, the Blue Jays or whatever, you know. I do like I do like my fair share of birds, but no, there's more there's more circular logos. But I was like, damn, you know, we just ran into like a bunch of them here. But once again, with the Blue Jays logo, the logo's pretty clean as well, you know. Unlike the Angels one, I kind of knocked a little bit for it being, like, you know, a little bit too complex. This one I can really get behind because, you know, it's just a Blue Jay, right? And a neat little touch here with the Canadian, you know, symbol, also known as the Maple Leaf. I like that touch there because this is Canada's only MLB team, so it's a cool little Easter egg in that logo. Alright, the Braves one. Yeah, this franchise started out in Boston, then they moved to Milwaukee, and then they moved to Atlanta, where they still are today. This one, I don't like it as much, because, like, yeah, granted, the font is fine, but, like, I don't know how well letter logos work nowadays when, you know, there's going to be some that come up on this list that are like, you know, it would blow these letter logos out of the park. Alright, Milwaukee Brewers, so this one, let me move it. It's like glitched in. Okay. Okay, do whatever you want. I'm going to put this one in mid, because, yeah, you know, the M, it's a letter logo, obviously, but it looks like one of those, like, logos that, like, you get on, like, a loaf of bread or whatever, like, you know, in the packaging that you get for it. That's just, like, what I'm getting for this logo. It's, like, it's kind of funny, I guess. Cardinals logo. I do like me a Cardinal, and I'm going to put that Cardinals logo in A. Even without, like, the text on the bottom, like, just the Cardinal on the baseball bat itself is clean, man. That's a really good one right there. But they even have a letter logo, too, where it's, like, I've seen it before, where it's, like, adds, like, the S, and the L, I believe, is in the middle somewhere. and then somewhere in that mess you got the T in there as well. That's how all those like letter logos work, I guess. Alright, Chicago Cubs. This is the first one I think I'm going to put in S tier, just because of how, like, it straight up looks like an iconic logo. And you know, granted, you know, it obviously is an iconic logo, but it's just the simplicity of it, the ring around it, that's blue. You get an S from me. Alright, now let's move on to the Diamondbacks. This one I'm going to actually put in A tier, you know. A lot of people dog on the Diamondbacks, you know, they're one of the newer teams in the MLB. Especially this year, they went to the World Series. But I gotta say, man, that, like, pattern that, like, goes up to the A right here, that is a cool little touch. And where I find that this logo is worse than this one is in the A purely, is, yeah, maybe looking at it now, it's like, because, like, look at the red on this logo, and then look at the red on this logo. It's like, the red just doesn't look that strong. And, you know, seeing some of these logos, you know, from this point on, it's like, you know, you gotta have that color pop, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a big part of it. And on the Diamondbacks logo, it looks like a toned down red, which, you know, that's a pretty cool shade of red, you know, for a logo. And I know they had a logo like when they first got into the league where it was like a really bright, like, I'd say like greenish color. It's probably like, nah, probably more so blue. But instead of this red in here, it was like purple. If they had that logo, it might be up here. I don't know. If they still had it, it might be. I would honestly say. Alright, the Dodgers logo. This one's kind of toss-up too because, yeah, you know, I don't really care that much for the text, but just like the way it was executed is just fantastic. You know, you got that ball just flying right through the Dodgers logo. It's very clean. I do like it a lot. You know, I'm kind of partial to, you know, I kind of don't really care for LA because I live on the opposite side of the country, so, you know, it is what it is, but gotta give it to them. This logo is clean. Alright, the Giants one. Now, yeah, this logo is just like, it was just too simple, and, you know, I was kind of dogging this logo for being a little bit complex, but then you get to this logo, and it's like, dude, it's too simple. Like, if they had chosen, like, the letter logo that they wear on the hats, it'd be, like, at least up here. But it's just, I don't know, it's like, they ain't doing that much with this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't got that much going on. It's just, I don't know, I can't really, I don't really like it that much. So this, presumably, I'm guessing, is the Cleveland Indians. Oh, wait, no, I gotta say the Cleveland Guardians. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna say this one is mid. Or like right here. Now, I remember the new logo. If the new logo was here, I'd probably put it... It'd probably be in this, like, same range here, but if they had kept the original, you know, branding of the team, and, of course, the logo, I probably would have put it in B tier, because, I mean, it's just because it's unique, you know, this little, like, C here, it doesn't really do that much for me. It doesn't, you know, move the table that much. Up at bat next, we got the Seattle Mariners logo. Alright, I'll put this one in, yeah. It could either be here or it's in this range, but I'll put it in B. You know, I forgot, how does the S, yeah, it's just, yeah, because on the hats they just wear S, but this logo too, you know, it kind of looks like a compass in a way, you know. It's another circular design as well. It's very clean, you know. Mariners have been on a little bit of a hot streak. You know, they were in the wild card round this year. Or, you know, the previous year. Solid logo. Miami Marlins used to be the Florida Marlins. Yeah, where do I put this one? So this logo, so they used to be called the Florida Marlins. And I believe their logo was, it incorporated a swordfish sort of like that. But, like, if they had kept the old color scheme that they had, I probably would have put it in C to here, but since they got new colors in, I'm going to put it in B. Yeah, you know, the swordfish is clean, but it's just like that. It's just like that. Those Miami colors, it's like, that's a game changer, man. You got that, like, bright blue with that, like, almost, like, really bright pink. Not much beats those colors, man. It's just, it's a deadly combination. Alright, the Mets logo, I'm going to put in C. Now, granted, I like the text font here, but it's just like, But it's just like, I don't know. It's like with this logo, it's like, I don't need them to do all this, like, incorporate the New York City in the background. Now, it's cool, like, on its own, but it's just like, in this case, it's like, you don't need to do it. It's like, you're doing too much. That's all I'll say. You're doing too much. Alright, now let's move on to the next logo. It's the Washington Nationals logo. Yeah, this one's going to be in this range here. I'll put it in B. Because, the W in the middle, I don't know if anyone else sees this, but it kind of looks like the Walgreens logo, if you know, that... If you know that pharmacy. It kind of looks like it. But yeah, it's yet another circular logo, and I gotta say, it's very clean. The colors that they wear and have on this logo are, it's clean, I like the look of it, but it doesn't really move the needle that much, so I think I'm just gonna keep it in this mid-tier right here. Orioles logo. Now, the little, Oriole thing with, the logo that they wear on the hats is really good. I would if it was up to the one that they wore on the hats, it'd probably be in here. But you got the text logo again, and I like that too. It's just it's just with some of these, it's with the logo, right? It's like you don't need to do that much to make it good. And in this case, some of these logos higher up, you could argue the Blue Jays one's a little bit complex, but it's I just found a similarity. Look at how similar these two are. The Cardinals and the Orioles one. It's crazy. It's like they're not that far apart from each other, Alright, San Diego Padres one. Yeah, this one might be in instance of, taking it way too simple, just a simple SD, that's what they have on their helmets. Helmets, oh my gosh, I'm thinking this is football over here. This is the logo that they wear on their hats. Yeah, I'll put it in B. It's the color combination, they don't really wear the blue anymore. They've switched to a brown and yellow look. And it's the same for the logo too. This tier list, I don't think it's been updated, to the modern times. But the logo itself, I think, is just very clean, Overall, it's mid. Alright, Phillies logo. I do kind of like this one. I'll go away. And little fun fact here, I got a Phillies hat also. So if it came down to the P on the hat, this one would be you know what I'm saying, dude? Come on, you're putting this one in S tier. But the P on the hat reminds me of, I don't know if you guys know this company, but it's Premier Cruise Lines. Their logo is basically a P like that too. I don't know if they're still around. I mean, I'm sure somebody in the comment section can tell me if they're still around, but their logo looks literally just like that P. That's something that I just thought about when I saw the P on my hat that I have down there. But then with the bell too, it's all of the color scheme, the red with the, blue, and then with the bell in the background. And also the thing with this one too, the lettering is just, it's probably one of the best text logos that the league has, if I'm being honest with you. So it's going an A. Alright, the Pittsburgh Pirates is just a simple P. Where do we put this one? I'll put it in an A, because, it's very unique of the Pirates, they wear a yellow, and this might be crazy, because, yeah, is that true? Yeah, because I want to say every team in Pittsburgh wears the black and gold. It's like the Steelers, it's one team sets the standard for every team in the city. They all have to wear the same colors. But yeah, I do like the Pirates logo. It's very, clean, especially on a fitted hat too, which, I definitely want to get some fitted hats, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my things, man. I want to get one. Especially, we'll be talking about baseball on this podcast. You do want, that fitted hat in there. It's on my list. It's on my wish list, at least. Alright, next up to bat, we got the Texas Rangers logo. This one, I'm going to say it's an A. When you just take the T out of the logo, it's I probably would keep it in this range, but, this one's also very unique too, because it's it has two colors in it. You got the red on top and then you got the blue on the bottom. And I believe it's a, let's zoom in on that one right here. Yes, I'm right. That's a baseball in the middle. So then it's a very unique touch, to not only have a baseball in the middle. Yeah, you could argue, every team has a baseball in their logo, you could say, right? But to have the two colors on the circular emblem I think it's a very unique touch by the Rangers. And also, they won the World Series last year. So, shout out to them for winning the World Series. Alright, we got the Tampa Bay Rays next. So, this team, they play. So when we talk about stadiums, it's like theirs is going to be very interesting to talk about. But as for the logo, though, I would say the logo's an A, honestly. Even it's like I've seen all their logos. I gotta say, it's like the places they play, it might not be as good, but the logos that they come out with, I gotta say they're really good. It's crazy. Talking about another Florida team, ranking them higher. But yeah, just with the text and you got a diamond shape around it too. None of these have diamond shapes on them, believe it or not, knowing that, the field is like that in baseball. It's a diamond shaped field. Strange how that is. Yeah, I might be a little bit biased with this one, but I'm going to try not to be, you know what I'm saying? So this is the Red Sox logo, and do I like the Sox, man? Because if it came down to the one that's on my hat, I'd be putting it up here in S tier, but I'm not going to be biased with this one. I'm going to put it in A tier. The Sox itself, it's still a good logo, but this just looks like it was made in 2000, you know what I'm saying? Which, you could say for a lot of these logos, they were made in 2000, but, just some of these, it's like they reek of it. And especially this one, man, it's like, I do believe that, this is their main logo, which it's kind of confusing because, with some of these, I can definitely tell, they don't use, the main logo in this tier list, so it's kind of strange, but, it is what it is, right? It's still a good logo, and I do have this one on the hat too. It's just I'll pull it out if I can find it. All right, next we got the Cincinnati Reds. I might be partial to this one too because I know some people who live up there in Cincinnati. So, no, I'll put it in B. Yeah, you could say without the Reds thing in the middle. It kind of reminds me of the Canadians logo, how it has that H that comes in right at the middle. But this one, I feel like if they did a color swap, you put the red where the C is, and then you put the white in there, I might say it's actually a little bit better, but just right here, it just looks like it was made in the 2000s, a little bit outdated, but it has the components of it to be good enough. Alright, we got the Colorado Rockies up next. This one, yeah, it's with the stadium they play in, the logo, it's all fantastic, man, but the on-field product is just that they just haven't been that good, man. But the logo, I really like this font that they went with for this logo, and I've seen other iterations of it too, where they have the purple in here instead of the silver. It's just that much better when you get the purple in there. That's all I'm gonna say. Fantastic. All right, Kansas City Royals, another fantastic logo. I'm gonna put this one in S also, man, because yeah, I see the similarities, These two are very similar with the text font. But it's that KC and the Royal, it kind of reminds you of the LA Kings a little bit. Their old logo, how it used to have a little crown emblem in the middle. But they still use the little emblem thing. Yeah, no, it just straight up looks like the Kings logo. So it's you could argue that the Royals kind of rip off two logos, the Dodgers and the LA Kings one. But it's just the way it's done. The colors on it, I had to critique one thing about this logo. I would say I would change the color of the crown to a brighter, yellow, or basically the Pirates, yellow that they're using here. That gold on that gold, if you put it right there, it would just make that logo all the more better. All right, next we got the Detroit Tigers logo. This one, it's kind of using a Roman font here, and yeah, I'll put it in A. The logo, it is classic. This is the one they've been using for a long time. Yeah, I would say that the Tigers logo, since it's classic, it's clean, it's simple, the colors are very good on it. Just got that navy blue on there. Just for that alone, I gotta say, it's bordering right on this S tier, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be, man. Alright, next we got the Twins logo. I do like the colors on this one. It's kind of reminded me a little bit of, where are they? The Angels over there. And yes, I know another fellow who lives in Minnesota, so, they'll definitely like that, I'm not putting this logo all the way down here. But yeah, even with the T and the C, what they wear on the hats, it's a fantastic logo. But, it's another one of my gripes with it, kind of with the Cincinnati Reds one. These two logos, it's they just look like they were made in 2000, you know what I'm saying? got like that kind of obsolete design there a little bit. And for me, that would explain why it isn't higher, like up in this range. But I think for like right there, it's very solid. Alright, next we got the White Sox logo. If I can grab it. Oh, I got it. Somehow I got it. Yeah, this one I'm putting an S. You know, the way it's done, and it's also clever too. You know, you got that S up there, which this is also the logo that they use on their hats. Just the way it's done. It's clever. You know, you got that simple black and white that they have. Very clean logo. And last but certainly not least, we got the Yankees logo. Yeah, this one, I'll put it an A, because I actually do like this one. So I was looking at their spring training facility, right? And they have this logo. I believe it's at the entrance. And I gotta say, like, when you see it at the entrance, it's like, wow, you know. It does, like, make this logo, like, a little bit better, you know. The colors of it are really good. Like, I like the bright, you know, it's basically, it's like a basic red. You got the top hat on there, which has, like, the American, you know, flag kind of, like, printed on it in a way. So let's zoom out again. Yeah, because, like, I'm pretty much, because this is it, man, you know. I don't got any more logos to rank. It's always weird, like, whenever I, like, do these, like, you know, ranking these like logos or whatever, or you know, talking about like the stadiums or whatever, you'd think that there would be more. Like, it doesn't look like there's that much logos here, but when you really like, you know, count down like 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, they start to add up, you know, and then you get 30 teams right here, you know what I'm saying? Although MLB, I do believe they will be expanding in the next couple of years. It ain't gonna be 30 teams for that long, but to continue on the Yankees logo, if it had come down to, like, where I would put, like, this logo based off if they use the logo that they use on their hats, I would have to say that it would be an S-tier logo. Now, granted, the logo that they use on their hats is iconic, I get it, you know. It may also be, you know, kind of blasphemous for me to, you know, put the Yankees logo above the Red Sox one. Coming from a Red Sox fan himself, you know, I can't, you know, I kind of can't be biased here, you know. This one right here, man. This one right here, it's still a good logo. And the text font that they use here, too, is very good. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't end up with more, like, bad logos. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Most of the logos, I think, in the MLB are good. But not that much of them are, like, you know, fantastic. Like, these logos are fantastic. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely have to say if it came down to, like, the logos that they used on the hats, yeah, I probably should do that one. It's like shout out to myself for giving me a video idea. Yeah, I probably should do that. It'd be an interesting video. But yeah, if it came down to, like, the logos that they use on the hats, I think this list would be looking very different, man. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this little mini podcast episode. If you guys absolutely loved this video, you know, let me know some recommendations for some more videos that are like this. And until next time, guys, peace!